Namaskar. This is the third night of the Navratri festival, and we are worshipping Devi Chandraghanta today. Let me narrate the story of Devi Chandraghanta. How did she get her name? As I told you in the last two videos, Devi Sati, she self-immolated herself in the fire of the yajna because she couldn't tolerate the humiliation and the insult of her husband, Lord Shiva. Then she was reborn as Parvati to Himavan mountain and Mena. In this birth, as she grew up, she wanted to marry her husband of the previous birth. And Rishi Narad, he came to her and advised her to immerse herself in austerities so that she can marry Lord Shiva. And naturally, she went for austerities and did very, very hard tapasya to attain Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva agreed to marry her. We heard story till this point. Then when Lord Shiva, since he is Adi Yogi, as I've told earlier also, he was detached from worldly desires post the self-immolation of Sati, and he did not want to marry anybody else. Now when Parvati went for such hard austerities for thousands and thousands of years, he had to come to her. But since he was detached, he came as a very terrible manifestation of God. His matted hair, ash all over his body, snakes around his neck, and he was accompanied by ghosts, spirits, and so many wild animals. They're the guests who were present in the wedding of Parvati. They were scared. Many of them fainted at the sight of such a terrifying god. So what goddess Parvati she did? When she saw the scary form of Lord Shiva, she was also terrified. But after such a long tapasya, she could not give up now. She herself took an avatar of a very, very terrible, terrifying goddess with 10 hands, bow in one hand, mace in another, trident in the third hand, lotus in the fourth, and so many other things and objects. 10th hand, she left like that, ready to bless the devotees. And then she folded her hands and in her prayers talked to Lord Shiva, pleading him to take the form of a handsome groom so that all the guests and her parents, they could marry her off with a joyful heart. Lord Shiva heard her prayers and manifested himself, turned himself into a very handsome groom as she wished. Now the wedding procession also consisted of Devis and Devtas, demigods, handsome people, beautiful goddesses, and thus they got married. Devi Chandraghanta, goddess Parvati, she was wearing a crescent moon on her head, which looked like a bell. So this is the etymology of her name, Devi. So she looked like Devi Chandraghanta wearing a bell-like crescent-shaped tilak on her forehead. May Devi Chandraghanta bless you all with her grace. Thank you.